We are live this Saturday. Blessings to all. Thank you so much all for joining me for another moment of harmony. This is such a wonderful high point of my week every week, joining like-minded individuals who really are taking pride and joy in grabbing our moments, making our moments the best. These moments mean so very much to me, and it is my goal to make sure that the moments you take for yourself mean the most for you. Elevate you and grow you and transform you into the person you were destined to be and the person that you can live with, the person that you're excited to live with, the person that you're excited to be every day, the person that you can look at and say, I could kick it with you forever. And so I want us to make sure that we are moving to that space together. So thank you again. Welcome to this Saturday's moment. For those that are just joining, I am Harmony Davis Brown, affectionately known in the community by community members as Mama Harmony. And I have decided a while ago that I wanted to take the work that I do out in the community and put it on a platform that would allow me to reach so many more people in the way of what I know we all need, healing and love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. And I know that I was brought here. My main purpose is a lover, a healer, and an educator. And I wanted to get onto a platform where I could say, hey, let's grow together. Let's take these moments together. I would like to give just a brief history on these moments and why, come hell, come high water, I am going to be consistent with these moments because I was gifted the power of a moment by my baby brother, Victorious Khan Aziz. And I spoke about him and from the retreat last week. I spoke about him in my last moment. And I kind of gave a background on our relationship and in that story and just who we were, Aquarius power. So I just wanted to give you though just a little bit of insight of why moments are so why I'm always going to be committed to one moment at a time, why I'm always going to be committed to myself and to those that are in alignment with me for every moment that I can. Because like I said, I was gifted from my baby brother, younger than me. I was gifted the power of a moment from him. So this is some many years ago. Obviously, if you joined me last week, you know that my brother has been peace, mama, love and light. My baby brother has been deceased for about 5 years now, so it's even further away than that. I would say probably about 2 or 3 years before he was murdered. That we and him had this conversation. So my baby brother lived with me. My mom and him went to move out of state, and he wanted to finish school here. He was a senior here in school, and so for those kind of last couple of years, he was either with us often, or in that last year he was living to finish in high school. So he was living with me and my children, and we had a very close relationship. In my family, my mom has 6 children, and if you count her, it's 7 of them. We grew up in a single parent household, so it was 7 of us if you count. So with my mom, she had a boy and a girl born, and for every sign there was a girl born, there was a boy born. So we always had what we called an astrological twin. It was very strange the way that worked out, but the creator makes no mistakes. The family is divinely touched. I deeply believe that families all over the world have to honor their divine touches. And then I have one brother who doesn't have a sister that shares his astrological sign, but he shares a sign with my mom. So that male, female, or a birthday month. Let me say that, because sometimes the signs can change based on the beginning or the end of the month. But all of us share a birthday month, which 9 times out of 10 ends up to be the same sign. But everyone shares the birthday month. And he shares the month with my mom, and all my siblings have a brother or a sister with the same month as them at the same time. Me and Victorious, all of that to say, me and my little brother Victorious were the February duo. We were the Aquarius team, and we had so much in common. It was very easy for us to communicate and get along with each other because people that don't live in the box, they kick it with each other. because they're not in the box. So, if you're in the box, you can't kick it with us. We're not there. We don't know what it looks like. We never been to the box. So, but my brother was like that. And anyone that knows him knows absolutely this was he was an air sign. And so we had many deep conversations, probably deeper than most people would think conversations need to be. But it's the way our brains worked. It's the way we saw the world, the way we thought about things. And I love him and I miss conversations with him all the time. But all of that to say that I am big into astrology. Who would have thought? I'm big into astrology. I'm big into numerology. I am big into the sciences of life, into the study of life and human experience. So astrology just so happens to go into that for me in one realm. So I'm big in astrology. At this point in my life, I was like reading my horoscope every morning. And sometimes I still do, but not as much as I used to. But when I was younger and I had a little bit more time on my hands, I would read my astrology in the morning, like right after I would work out and pray. It was a part of my routine. So I read my astrology that morning, and the astrology said that this was going to be the best day of the month for me. Like, this is going to be your best day this whole month. So, I'm excited. I had a lot to do that day, as I do most days. Had a lot of community work to do. It was also my oldest son's birthday at that time, and I think he was turning like 11, 10 or 11. Don't ask. Probably 11. But I had all of this stuff. I was like, okay, this is gonna be a great day. I definitely woke up with some pressures on performing for, to the standard that I had in my mind for my son's birthday. And just really feeling like, whole single mom vibe. Sometimes it gets real, and I was a single mom at that time. So I got all this going on. I have all this work to do. I still want my day to be special for my son. I want to be able to take care of myself. I was exhausted as I am often. And also with the imbalance of a compliment. So that was just a lot for me during those time periods. So I am reading my horoscope and I'm going through this day that is a horrible day. It's like nothing is going my way. I'm at the community event. I'm exhausted. It's hard for me to focus. I'm feeling even more drained after I leave the SoCo. I just have like all these things that are not, it's just not aligning for me. I'm trying to get things together for my birthday, my son's birthday. The funds weren't coming together the way I needed them to. The time wasn't coming together. The assistance wasn't coming together. It was like, oh my gosh, did I jinx myself by thinking this was going to be the best day of the month for me? So I'm having all these feelings and thoughts about like exhaustion. I could go on and on about that exhaustion, but it's not the point, and I don't want to miss the point. So what happens is I get to the house after like a 8 hours or more community work experience and or engagement obligation, and I'm now trying to prepare my son's birthday party without all of the resources that I needed, without all of the assistance that I thought I was going to get. And I'm like, and as a mom, I put so much time into my children. So I really like, it really gets me when I can't get them what I want, what I think that they deserve, and what I want them to have. So that's something I've had to come to terms with in my work as a mom. And then being a single mom, I always was overcompensating. It was like, no, it has to be perfect because they don't have a whole family and they don't have everything I want them to have. So, and we can go more into that later. But I was just beating myself up. I was not good. So I go home. I want to go and make a makeshift birthday party for my son now because something is going to happen. I will not go to sleep and I don't make something happen. I'm going to the grocery store, on my way to the grocery store, and Victorious asked me if he could go with me. He was like, I got to get something from the store too. Can I go with you? So he's in the store and he can see that I am like blue. And he was like, what's good? Why are you upset? And I told him, my horoscope said this was going to be the best day of this month, and it has been the worst day. Like, nothing is going my way. I was so hopeful about the way this day would turn out because of what my horoscope said. And it just wasn't true. And this was a horrible day, and it's a bad day, and I'm over it. And he says, Harmony, it only takes one moment in your day to make it the best day of the month. And I was just like, my baby brother was very silly. He was very animated. He was also really deep. But As a big sister, I didn't get to see those deep moments as much as the rest of the world got to see those deep moments. I may have seen him being deep to other people, but when it came to me, it's like, boy, do this. What are you doing? What are you talking about? But there are times when there were gems dropped, and that was one of the biggest gems I'll always remember from my brother. But he said, it only takes one moment. Like, I don't know how you gave up on the day and you still have like 6 hours left in your day. It only takes one moment for it to be the best day of your life, for it to be the best day. So I was just like, I guess it does only take one moment. Okay, well, maybe I should stop pouting. I still kind of felt in my feelings, but I was receptive of what he had said. We went in the grocery store. I go get some juices and things, get some type of birthday party together. And I'm feeling like, okay, I'm going to put this together and make it work. Put a little bit of black mommy magic on it. See what we can do about it. Heading back to the house. And it's brought like tons of pizzas, games. My mom shows up. All these people just started showing up out of nowhere. I didn't even call anybody to be like, we don't, what are you doing for Freedom's birthday? We want to make this a really big birthday. Afterwards, I was able to kick it with my friends and just like debrief. My son loved it because again, I had no idea that I was going to be getting this type of help. And I did know that family would come by to affirm him. That's what we do with our children. But, I wasn't sure. The energy just wasn't what it normally was. And of course, I wasn't asking anybody for anything. I couldn't do that at that time. And so when my friend came with all these pizzas, and then afterwards my friends were like, what's good with you? My friend was like, how can I help you? Where are you? And it was just like out of nowhere. But what happened, I believe, good morning, honey. What I believe was when my perspective shifted based on what the creator had given my brother to give to me at that moment, I then shifted the way the rest of that day was going. So when I woke up and I was hopeful because I had read that horoscope and I was like, oh, today's got to be the greatest day. That's what I need. And then the first thing went wrong. I was like, no. And then the second thing went wrong and I was like, and then the third thing went wrong. I was like, wait a minute. I'm done with this day. And then I continued to bring that energy. And then my brother reminded me, who says that your greatest life is going to be every day of your life? Who says that every second is going to represent what the Creator has in store for you? Sometimes it's just going to prepare you. Sometimes it's going to get you in a grateful space. Sometimes it's going to be dark so that light is that much brighter. But your moment is coming. The moment was promised to you. And if you believe in it and you take it, it's coming for you. It's going to be yours. And I am saying that literally I got back from that grocery store, which is 5 minutes away from my house, and people are rolling in, wanting to help, wanting to tend to me, wanting to make sure I'm good, wanting to tend to my son, wanting to make sure his experience was good. Complete opposite of what the beginning of the day had. And my little brother, Victorious Kanasis, gifted me with the power of a moment. And I believe that even in his transition, the moment of harmony was born out of those gifts that he blessed inside of me. Subconsciously, I chose this name, A Moment of Harmony, when I began this series, when I began this type of work, which was some years ago after a presentation at Morgan. I was like, you know what? I did this presentation for an all-female audience, and I was like, I am going to do this work and be able to touch these women that go to school in Morgan, and they're not going to have to come to my study class at the time. They're not going to have to like be around me all the time to get what they need. I want to be able to have this experience where I can do this presentation, but all the time. And so I started A Moment of Harmony. And then, A Moment of Harmony grew and it transformed. And now it's open to anyone who wants a moment. And it's not always question-based. We started off question and answering based. And now it is just, we are moving forward with where the Creator is taking us. But I wanted to give just a slight background on these moments because I want you to know that this week has been a week for me. I have been in some seasons since like January hit. It has been real for me in 2022, but I am going to keep these moments, and I thank all of you that have been consistent with me for every moment Those that have gone back to my Facebook page and have caught up on old moments, previous moments, those that continue to subscribe and share and communicate about my moments, I am saying, I love you. And thank you. These moments mean so much. The power of a moment was a gift to me, and I am paying it forward. There is power in your moments. It takes one moment to get the point, to understand, to transform, to click, to fit, to groove in your own life. And I am saying I'm going to continue to bring the gift of a moment every week, as long as I can, every week that the Creator allows me. And I thank you for being a part of these moments. Every moment matters. And that's why we have a Facebook page, Moment Matters. But let's get into this moment, okay? I know we're 15 minutes into this moment already, but look, we're going to get it. The affirmation of this week is, I will honor my choices. And you guys know I keep my notes over here, even though I have not followed the notes thus far. Aquarius things. But I keep my notes over here so we can stay on track and we can have short moments, so that the moments don't inconvenience your weekend. They don't inconvenience your time. They only contribute to your greatness. That's the goal. So I will honor my choices. I will honor my choices. That is our affirmation that we're working with this week. We are at week 20 in a 25-week series of affirmations, and we will start a whole new series as soon as this series is over. So stick with me, because we got a lot of growing and going. Let us do it. So I will honor my choices is the affirmation that we're getting into this week. And I want us to really, in this moment, when we're talking about the honoring of choices, understand that there's power in a choice. Your choices are your power. The reason that things like slavery came into place and Jim Crow laws and all the things that have come to oppress us as a people have come into place, it has come to take our choices, right? Slavery was not a choice. Being forced to do something that you don't have a choice. These things are the choices are what came for. Because if you don't have a choice, you don't have power. If you can't choose, you can't challenge, and you can't grow. You're a vulnerable. You're vulnerable, and you're a victim to whatever circumstance. You have to submit to the power and the will of others if you don't have a choice, if you don't believe in your choices, if you don't defend your choices, and if you don't honor your choices. So our affirmation this week is, I will honor my choices. How many times do we make choices and we don't honor them, and we do not force other people to honor them? We do not protect and put barriers around the decisions that we make. Okay? And I'm saying, I am a mom. And as a mom, my choices get trampled over all the time. And I'm always getting the real on what happens when I go back on a choice and I allow someone to cross the boundary of my choice, and the repercussions that come with that. I'm always getting. The children will remind you. Okay, so I will honor my choices. There is power in your choices. Protect them, defend them, make them carefully, intentionally, cautiously, with counsel, with wisdom, with experience. Be clear about your choices. Be strong on your choices. Your choices hold your power. Okay, so my first point of today is decisions of development. Our choices are decisions of development. Our choices show the world where we are in our lives. What chapter are you in your existence? Your choices will show that to the world. Your choices will show that to yourself. We all know that as we grow and we expand, our choices change. The things that we are drawn to, the decisions that we make, they come with experience. We learn and we make new choices, or we aren't learning and we make the same choices that aren't working for us. But either way, our choices are decisions of our development. They let us know where we are. They are that big mall map that says you are here. Okay? The choice in your partner, it lets you know where you are in your love of self, where you are in your development and your ideas of connection and complementary relationships. Your choice of friends, it lets you know where you are, first off, with love of self, where you are with your social awareness and your connection to others. Your choice of employment, it lets you know where you are with your standards of self, your love of self, your understanding and comprehension of your passion and purpose. I'm saying your choices are definitions. They define where you are in your development. They are the decisions of development. So, of course, we honor those. If something, excuse me, y'all know every time I start talking a lot, everything just goes all crazy in my body. But I was put here to talk. So, we all know that our choices, if our choices are what push us to move forward, if it, they're a catapult for us, they move us, they are motion and movement. If our choices then send out a communication about where we are, that is something we have to be serious about. That's not something we want to play with. That's not something we want to take lightly or haphazardly. We want to say decisions of development. I am standing strong and firm on my choices. I'm honoring my choices and I'm carefully making my choices because my choices send communication to the universe, to the world, to my environment about where I am, about who I am, where I've come from, and where I want to go. My choices are decisions of development, and I will not take that lightly. Secondly, compromise of character. When we are conflicted in our choices, when we don't honor our choices, we compromise our character. Our choices, just like our first point, our choices are letting the world know where we are. Our choices are putting us in a place of our next decision. Like they say, make your next move your best move. So they are building our character. My choices are different based on my habits, based on my thoughts, based on my behaviors. And if I am intentionally growing and I am intentionally honing and conditioning my character as a being. So maybe you made choices in the past of being dishonest. Maybe you made choices in the past that were lazy choices or selfish choices. Well, you wanted to strengthen your character. So when you made new choices, you contributed to a new character of self. And when you don't honor the choices, you compromise your character. When you say like, look, this is what I stand on. This is who I am. I'm an honest person. I am a genuine person. I am a kind person. I am a hardworking or assertive, ambitious person. Whatever I am saying, if I make a choice that's in alignment with my character, then I would say, hey, I want to not give anything to this maybe I don't want to give anything to this homeless person. I don't have anything to give. But in my character, it says that I am selfless. It says that I am compassionate. My character that I'm developing, my character that I am being intentional and working on is saying that, I am paying things forward and I am bringing balance to all the Creator has blessed me with. So I'm going to make a choice that's in alignment with my character. But the moment you make a choice, the moment that husband decides to go on a date with that person that's not their wife, the moment that mother decides to put energy into something that is not her children when she made promises to her children, the moment you make a choice that's not in alignment with who you are, you compromise your character. You then are put in positions, and the universe, who is constantly picking up signal from us, the algorithm that we're sending out, will then continue to put you in situations that compromise your character because you're doing it. It's, keeping that same energy. So you're going to get to the point where it's saying, my choices must reflect my character. My choices must reflect my direction. They must reflect where I am. The moment I make a choice that it's not in alignment, the moment I lie when I know I should be honest in this situation, and that's not who I am. I don't care if it's fear, if it's pressure, but the moment I go against what I stand for and who I am, it is a conflict of my character, and the universe will follow suit. The universe will constantly put me in conflicting environments where I'm always having to defend or fight or scrapple for what I need for self. And so I'm saying, I'm going to honor my choices. I'm going to honor them by making them a certain way from the beginning and then defending them once they are made and continuing them when they begin working for me, once I've been using them and this is who I am. Because when you start making great choices that makes you a great person, you are going to get challenged because we have to, you know how it works. Is this who you really are? Is this what you really want? Is this where you're really going? Are you trying to grow? You have that adversarial energy. Are you trying to grow on me? Let's see. Let's throw them some choices. Let's get some choices in this situation to see if you really are who you say you are. If you really want what you say you want. If you really can become who you think you can become. And we're saying, oh yeah, I will honor my choices. I said what I said. If I am deciding in this moment that I am not going to get in this car with these people that I know are drinking or that I know they're going to get into some stuff that I said I'm not a part of anymore, honor my choices. If I am not going to answer the phone from this person that is toxic or really trying to make me battle with the decision I know that is not a choice or a definition of my development, it's just not me. I mean, I still love you. I rock with you, but I'm just not unfaithful. I don't do that anymore, or that's just never been who I am. I'm good with you, but my character, my choice has been, I don't do that anymore. I don't boost anymore. I don't, I'm not going to be, I don't go on Facebook anymore naked. I don't do these things. I made different choices and I honor those choices. And some of us have things we have been set in place, but people just don't respect them. And then what do? Follow suit. We just don't respect it either. And some of us have developed new choices along the way as we've become wiser. I'm saying that you compromise your character when you make a choice to be a certain way, to be a certain type of person, and you don't follow through, you don't honor that choice, you will compromise yourself. You will confuse the universe. The universe is always, we have come here as gods and goddesses in the flesh. We are one, like my earrings, we are one with God, one with the Creator. The Creator dwells within us, and we operate in the will and the way of the Creator at all times, if we're making those the choices and decisions too. Now, we can always go with the low vibrational self. We can always make sure that we are not in alignment with what the Creator has in store for us by just making a different choice. But for those of us that are intentionally healing and saying that we have come to a space where we are going to say, I want to be in alignment with the Creator. Like we talked about, those multiple realms, the best possible option, the worst possible option, and where I am, those realms that are all in constant existence, the universe is constantly trying to figure out which way are you going with this. So you're here. You want to go the best possible? Well, I want to get a new job. So your best possible option is that you're in the new job, a career opportunity, work-life balance, that you're blazing, you have all of the resources that you need, and you are growing incredibly often in this. This is your best possible option. Worst possible option, you get stuck in a job you don't really like, you actually hate. It's not giving you everything you need, but it's feeding low vibrational desires. It's feeding low vibrational energy. And so you're stuck in it because you live now in fear. You live now in stagnation. Worst possible option. And you are here. And the universe is saying, the Creator in you is going to have to master, like I always talk about, my facilitator, Bob Imhotep, who you are the architect, right? You're the architect of, you design, what's happening because the creator is within you. So you get the decision. Which way are we going with this? And when you don't honor your choice, you confuse the universe. So think about I know that when I first started out as a youngin, I was a waitress. I worked a year at Red Lobster. Hardest work I've ever done in my life. Shout out and love to all food service, customer service people. It is hard work. I did a year at Red Lobster as a waitress. And what I know, and even then, after then, I was no longer in food service, but I did have to, of course, we're working corporate America where I am often having to work with clients and families and just, different groups of people. So think about when you have that at a restaurant, and if you've ever done food service, or if you can just imagine if you haven't, and think about when you have that customer that's diner that just cannot make up their mind. They're all over the place. They aren't centered, and they're not. Their choices aren't clear, and they're just like, I want this. No, give me that. And can you take this off, or can you put that on? Or maybe. What do you think? Right? What happens 9 times out of 10? You bring that daggone person, whatever, because they done had you all mixed up. You just like, give me something to give to them because they don't know what they want. Then you give when something is out of order for them, and they be like, oh, I didn't want it like this, or I didn't. As a waitress, a waiter, or a server, you don't feel like, oh, I'm sorry that didn't work out for you. You feel like, what did you think was gonna happen? You don't even know what you want. So you didn't know if you wanted that. You weren't clear in your thoughts. Peace, mama. So you just go like, get whatever you want. Or get whatever you get. You get whatever you get because you're not even clear. And then think about that customer, diner, what have you, that knows exactly what they want. They're clear. They're concise. They don't double back. Not only do they not double back, but they're not going to give. They're not giving. So you're like, would you like the soup of the day? No, didn't come here for the soup of the day. Thank you for offering, though. But, for just $10.99 or not $1 more, you could get, I know what I want. Think about how their order comes. Right? They don't compromise. They don't stumble. They are very clear and they make their choices. Yes, this is what I want. This is what I came here for. Can you put that on there? Good. And you're not confused. You completely understand the assignment because they completely delivered a choice, their choices clearly. So there is no gray area. There's no room for confusion. But you said, but didn't you, I'm saying we do that to the universe, right? We make a choice. I can tell you, 100,000 times I have told my children they cannot eat in my car. I know moms all over the world are like, I know where she's going with this. Do not eat in my car. My car turns into a mobile trash can every time y'all eat in my car. And I'm over it. My kids eat in my car, toys in my car, clothes in my car. They think my car is their bedroom. And so I make the strict choices. Hey, you will be hungry until we get home because you cannot eat in my car. You should grab something before we left. And I'm saying when I keep those choices together, my car stays in alignment with the expectations I have. That part of my life is what I need it to be. At the moment, I do not honor that choice. The moment I'm like, well, you can up here in the front seat, but you in the back can't. Soon as I start compromising on my choices, I break down the integrity of my choices. I break down the possibilities that can come from the power of my choices. So if I break down the integrity of my choices, my power begins to diminish. Stand and honor your choices at work. Honor your choices in your relationship. Honor your choices as a parent. Honor your choices as a friend, as a student. Honor your choices to self. When you wake up and you say, I choose, do you know the power in I choose? There's so much power in I choose. My king, he's always joking me because my king won. For a lot of people don't know, my king is, some people know, my king's about 30 years older than me. So there are times when there's things going on with like cable, and he has memories or reality of TV being like 30 channels, probably not even that much. I might be being generous with the channels, but even to this day, he will watch like 5 channels. And I just be like, bro, there's so much more out here for us to get into. And so he can attest. He just hands me the remote control now because what are we about to watch? I can take a gamble, easy chance, 3 channels. There you go, baby. I can take an easy gamble, predict the future on what we probably about to watch if you take remote control, because of the choices that he had and the choices that he is used to. But I need all 8,000 channels. Do I watch all 8,000 channels? No, I do not. But I do explore often. What I need is the option to explore as many choices as I need when I am ready to explore them. Because whatever resonates with me, whatever energy I am in, I might be in a documentary energy, I might be in a thriller energy, I might need, whatever I want to look into, I need the space to look into it. Because I love my choices. Because the ability to say I choose is a power for me. And today, I choose to take part in this. So if I'm going to invoke such a power, I better be able to back that power up. How do you back up the power of choice? Honoring choice. But honoring choice. That's how we back up. So yes, I need all the choices because I know that I am going to listen to the God within me to direct me to the choice of the next level that I have to go. I have many levels to conquer. The Creator didn't bring me here for small things, so I'm not going to be able to make small choices. If the Creator didn't bring you here for a small thing, you're not going to have small choices. So if you're going to make a big choices that are going to make big changes and big waves, you better be able to honor something so great and so grand. You better be able to stand behind it faithfully. You better be able to stand behind it with all of the strength. Honor your choices. A lack of honoring your choices confuses the universe. I want a love of my life. I want the best friend that I've always dreamed of. I want the protecting husband. I want the beautiful, kind wife. And then it comes in a package different than you were thinking. And so you're looking at it like, honor your choices. Because now the universe is like, let me get this right. So do you want a compliment or not? Do you want a yes man? I'll send you the yes man next. Because you don't really know what you want. Because you're not honoring your choices. You're not giving thanks. You're not being intentional. You're not being gracious. You're not following through. So I don't know. You keep telling me what you want, but you're showing me what you don't need. The universe is like, hey, you can't tell me that you want to be free and you're still engaging in those old behaviors. Your choices are sending me a different signal than what your tongue is saying. Your choices are sending a different vibration than what your desires are saying. Your prayers are saying one thing, and your choices are saying another. I will honor my choices. I will not be out here confusing the situations. Don't know what I want. Keep yelling out what I want. Keep taking what was less than I'm deserving of. Keep on being in line for what I don't need. And then sit up here and get upset when I'm not getting what I desire. I choose to be a better person. But I'm still going to be up in the titty bar. I don't even know if I can say that word. I'm going to be up in the grown, what is it called? Adult showroom. I don't know. I'm going to be up in the bars with the strippers doing things I shouldn't be doing. But I'm saying to the universe, I choose a wife. I choose a family life. I choose security. I choose a warrior to rock with. Right? I want to spend my life with her, but I want to spend my money on her. Well, what do you want me to do? This is what the universe is saying. What you want? You want money for your bills or for the bar? Stop confusing. Honor your choice. When it gets to the point your discipline is challenged and it's difficult. Look, I said that I want bigger and better environments. I want better collaborations. I want more conducive connections. I can't then go kick it with the people that I know are still where they are. Thank you, honey. I can't go back and say, like, look, I'm telling the universe I'm ready to go and grow, but I'm trying to stay and play. We can't do them both. I'm confusing the universe. So how do we get to the point where we know we are honoring our choices? Because it is so easy to make a choice and see someone frown on it and be like, To make a choice and compromise for someone that you love or that you're connected to and be like, well, it's my sister. It's my mom. It's my friend. It's my husband. It's my wife. And it's so easy. It's so easy to compromise on a choice and send that signal, that wrong signal, that counterproductive signal. It's easy to dishonor your choice. But understand that when you dishonor your choice, you will get dishonorable options that come into your way. When you're sitting there and your hands are tied, then your face is taped, and you're like, I have no choices. I am locked into this life. I am locked into this marriage. I am locked into this reality. I am locked into this job. I am locked into this position. I am locked with these people. I'm locked. I'm anchored. Where are my choices? And the universe will say, I sent you choices. I sent you options. You dishonored your choices. And now you have dishonorable options. Now you have to lie to get out of that situation. Now you have to turn against your friends in order to do this. Now you have to be two-faced, or you have to be small, or you have to be silent, or you have to endure. Or you have to go to work when you're sick because you dishonored your choices. But you cannot plead for freedom and choice and be comfortable in counterproductive behaviors. Plead for the freedom, but be comfortable in the failures. You can't. You can't choose the failures, compromise. You can't play in the shenanigans. Like they say, you lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas. It works this way with our energy. If you go low, it's going to be so much harder for you to be high, to get high. And trust me, it's already hard to stay high. It's built that way. Remember, we talked about the conditioning. We talked about life. We talked about the inevitable challenges. It's built to be difficult so that you can be conditioned and grow out of it something wonderful, so that you can be faithful and grow fruitful and prosperous realities. But if you're going to just voluntarily play in the low, you are setting yourself even further up. So know that when it comes like all these decisions that we have to make constantly, make the decision that reflects your development. I can't tell you how many times, if this was the old me, I would have. How many times do we have to do that? Me and my king all the time. We are going on 6 years now, and I'm always reflecting on Harmony. Last year, Harmony would have iced them out. Okay? Last year, Harmony would have hung the phone up. Last year, Harmony would have said what? But my choices are decisions of my development. I need to make a new choice for a new reality. How many of us are making old choices trying to get a new marriage? Making old choices trying to get a new job? Making old financial choices trying to get new money? It's not going to work. I'm going to honor my choices so that my options are honorable, so that I can be fruitful. I don't know if y'all can see my husband comment, but he is being so funny right now. But so funny. Okay. I'm going to honor my choices so that I can I have honorable options, and I can get to the next level of self. Because when I get to that next level of self, The choices will only be stronger. They will only be more intense, but I will be more conditioned and more prepared. I heard a sermon last week, and the minister I was listening to, he said, life is not about getting easier. It's about getting stronger. It's not about getting easier. It's about getting stronger. It's about what life has to bring me in my time enough, and I'm ready for it. Well, how does the universe know that I'm ready for it? My choices. And I will find myself having to make the same choices every year that I'm not growing. And I want to get past that point. I want to be in the new place. I would like to be the better, improved version of myself. I need to make those better, improved choices. I need to honor those better, improved choices. I don't need to sit there and say, well, should I? Did I? Was I? I don't know. Should I have done that? I know that what I did was right, but I know that this is the best thing for me to do, but what if? But how are they going to think? But what is that going to make me look like? Honor your choices. Be centered in your choices. Your choices are your power. The ability to say, I choose, puts you in a powerful position. You are enacting your creator, God-like abilities and power when you say, I choose. I choose this restaurant. I choose this school. I choose this energy today. I choose. And sometimes I'm a mom of an adult. I have an 18-year-old, and I have to. I don't even go to arguing with him. We had deep conversations just this morning. And I don't go back and forth. I choose, right? I don't have to say, you're an adult or I'm an adult or who's the adult, because we both adults. We both are adults. And so I have to say, just so there's no power struggle here, I choose. I choose not to argue. I choose not to suffer. I choose not to live like this. I choose is a powerful statement. Then back it up. The most powerful thing you can do for a choice is honor it. The most powerful thing you can do for your choices is honor it. Well, they throwing this money in my face. They throwing this past in my face. They throwing these obligations in my face. They trying to manipulate my choice. But the best thing I can do for my choice is honor it. I said what I said. I am who I am. I'm going where I'm going. And trust me, you're going to get faced over and over and over and over and over again with, are you sure? They're going to keep trying you. The universe is going to make sure that you stand where you say you stand, because when they send you what they have in store for you, you have to be able to carry it, to keep it, to grow it. So if they are saying, if you say, I'm choosing you to be my wife, well, let me send this baddie with all the fatties right into your job, working right next to you all day long. And let me know, do you choose this wife, right? Because I'm sending you a conflict to see if you will compromise your character and you will confuse yourself and confuse me. Because if that's the case, then you won't have this wife. Because this wife, that husband, this child was sent and molded for a mission of the Creator. And if you're going to play around with it, we need to know. But if you say, look, you might, who knows what is the NDRE song? You might even look good, but can you be a part of my life? When you sit there and say, like, look, you looking good, shorty. But I have made a choice. I've made a forever choice. I have made a choice for myself of the way I want the Creator to see me and send me. The way the Creator sees me will be what the Creator sends me. And I need the Creator to see that I'm real. I'm for real about it. Don't send me fake business, because I'm real. I'm genuine. I'm centered. I'm earnest in this. I believe in this. So then you got to show the Creator. Let me see what you're working with. Okay? Honor your choices, because then what happens is like, oh, you know what? You might really be ready for this wife. You really might be ready for this money. I kid you not, their choices I have to make even to this day where I'm like, Am I again having to stand up for myself? Am I again having to defend my beliefs? Do I now have to make these tough choices? Like, why can't I just be away from these people so I can have to keep making these choices? Because the Creator is saying, well, I'm not going to give you the world unless you're tough enough to make the choices for it. Okay, you can't say, well, but I just want to be nice. I just don't want to hurt people's feelings. Well, that's not strong enough to handle what I have to give you. You have to be able to say, this is a tough choice. I love you, but you got to go. This is a tough choice. I can't do this anymore. This is a tough choice. I'm enrolling for this school, this class. This is going to be a tough choice. I don't know how I'm going to make it happen, but I must let the Creator see me in the way of the things I need him to send me. So my choices must be honored. So every now and again, we're going to get out of this moment. This moment turned into a longer moment. It's okay. It's because I did my whole victorious story in the beginning. It's cool. But when we get up out of this moment, I want you to know, how do we make sure that we're honoring our choices? How can we confidently say, I am honoring my choices? I will honor my choices. How can I affirm that to myself before I leave in the morning and I stick to that and be glued into that? How can I? I have to check in with my choices often. When conflict arises, a lot of times all right, deal with it tomorrow, deal with it later. We'll see. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it play out. No, immediately check in with your choice. When that choice comes knocking at your heart, when your conscience and your spirit is saying, hey, Harmony, we need a personal meeting. Personal meeting with self. We don't like the way this is going. And then I have to go like, okay, well, since I don't like the way this is going, let me check in with my choices. Where are my choices? Have I honored them? Did I choose not to entertain space with you and then I entertain space with you? Okay. What did I choose? They want to know, you want to go on this girls trip with us? Everybody, we're all going. Everybody's going. You want to go? Okay, sis, check in with my choices. We just talked about this. I want to check in with my choices. Did I choose to stop gossiping? Have I chose to stop intoxicating my body? Did I choose to stop staying up late? I mean, we make all types of choices. Have I chosen to spend more time with my family? Was my resolution, to work more on my book with my free time? So let me check in with my choices. I'm saying it's not that difficult. It doesn't have to be a conference call with you and everybody else. Hey, y'all think I'm honoring my choices? Remember you had said it is great to have accountability, family, and loved ones to say, are you choosing yourself? Is this good for you? Trust me, it's great reminders from time to time. But I'm saying you have to be able to have that conversation with you. This is a day I'm taking out to check my choices. When it pertains to work. I honor my choices. When it pertains to my marriage, my relationship, my connection, have I honored my choices? As it pertains to my children, am I honoring my choices? As it pertains to my vocation, as it pertains to my health, as it pertains to my fitness, if I woke up at the beginning of this week and said that I am going to meal prep, now when I see that McDonald's sign after work, I need to check in with my choices. What did you choose? You choosing this Big Mac or you choosing that six-pack? Okay? What did you choose? Because the universe is saying, I'm going to give you what you chose. Genie, I'm going to give you what it is you're asking for. But are you honoring your choices? I only honor choices you honor. That's what the universe will match your energy because you have a energy of the Creator within you. I will only honor what you honor. So then we will say, I honor my choices. I will honor my choices. When you're feeling bad about a choice you had to make, that was a difficult choice to make. This is the affirmation. I will honor my choices. I will honor my choices. I will honor my choices. I'm not going back. I'm not calling back. I'm not texting back. I'm not running back. I honor my choices, even when it doesn't feel great, even when I'm not sure. The Creator, if I sought and consulted the Creator and the Creator helped me come to this conclusion, then that's my choice. And I'm sticking to it. I will honor my choices. When you get to work and you're getting compromised and there's people that don't look like you, think like you, feel like you, making you feel like you got to be and do something else, come back. I will honor my choices. I choose not to take part in shaming someone else. I choose to not be petty. I choose maturity. I choose maturity. Am I honoring those choices right now? Honor your choices. Thank you so much for joining me for this moment, your patience through my moments. Like, share, and subscribe to these moments so that you can get notified when these moments are happening. I love you all so very much. Thank you, honey bun. I love you. I ask that we continue to grow one moment at a time. I will be here for another incredible moment next week. Grateful to the Creator for this opportunity. Love and light. Continue to get those moment member inquiries in. We are meeting in person. We getting up tomorrow to go to the National Harbor. We are getting it in, guys. We are loving. We are bonding. We are having these moments together. You are welcome to join us for those moments. All you need is to DM me so that we can continue to have moments together, coordinate our outings, and get ourselves on and popping. I love you so very much. You have a great week. Honor your choices and be faithful to your moments.